Hi everyone, welcome back to G Physio Pilates. I'm Gabby and today we're going to do some strength exercises to help with your running. These are all going to be beginner based, so you don't need any experience with Pilates, but we do need to make sure that we can get your 4 big muscle groups working. So that includes your calves, your hamstrings, your quad and your bum muscles. Let's get started. So I want you to stand with your feet hip width apart, relaxing your pelvis so that your bony bits, the pelvis from the front, are exactly aligned, so it's nice and straight. I want the spine nice and straight, so I don't want anyone slumping or anything. And I want your shoulders back. Hands next to the hips, and we're going to slowly just go onto your toes, lifting your heels up, and then slowly bring down. I want you to control this motion, so as you're coming up, your spine, your head is nicely aligned, and then coming down. We're controlling it. I don't want anything to go too fast, but we're doing 25. So we've already done 3, we're doing 4 more. The reason I'm making you do 25 is because we're going to do a test today. So there's 4 muscle groups, 25 times 4 is 100, so it's be out of a percentage. But we're just going up and down, and this is working our lovely calf muscles. And I also want you to make sure that your heels and your knees stay aligned. If you're one of these people that has very straight knees, like they over straighten, then I want you to have soft, gentle knees when you're doing this. To find that out, you just bend your knees just a tiny bit, not massively, but we're just going nice and soft. We're also going to make sure we're breathing in through the nose and breathe out through the mouth. Great. And you can do this, I want to say 3 or 4 times a week, anywhere. You can do it anywhere standing, but as long as we can get those muscles working, you'll feel a difference when you're running. We've just got 5 more, guys. 5 more. 4, 3, 2, and on the last one I want you to hold it, because I know you can feel your calf muscles now, but I want you to hold it for 10, 9, 8, 7, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Coming down and give your legs a nice little shake. Brilliant. Our second group we're going to work on now is your thigh muscles. So we're going to make sure that our feet are hip width apart still, and we're going to do a squat. So we're going to bend the knees, bring the bum back, chest nice and tall, and go as far as you're happy to go. Coming back up. I'm going to show you from the side. We're doing 25 as well. So we're going to bend the knees, bum back, chest up, and you can place your hands in front of you just to counteract the weight. I don't mind. Now I want you to try doing this in front of a mirror. The reason I want the mirror is to make sure that your knees aren't going inwards or outwards, that they're aligned with your bony bits. Now, not everyone has a straight foot and knee proportion. Some people, their feet go a little bit more sideways, but it still has those knees inwards. So it all depends on what your normal is. But as long as your knees and your pelvis are in a nice alignment from the middle to the bone, that's all that matters when you're doing a squat. But you've got to make sure when you're using your back that you're not bending your back. I see a lot of patients actually bending their back and they think they're doing a right job, but it's not going to get your muscles working that we need to. So you've got to make sure your pelvis coming out, tailbone coming up as well, chest up, nice and tall, and coming right up. We're doing 25, nice and controlled. Now you only got 5 more. 4, 3, 2, and then the last one, of course, I want you to hold it. So we're holding it down, and this time I want pulses from you. As you're pulsing up and down, make sure the knees aren't going inwards, they're staying nice and tall, chest up, make sure you're breathing. So we're going for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, coming up nice and controlled, and you should feel your thigh muscles already working. Shake your legs if you need to, and have a breather. Great, now I'm going to get you on your side. So we're going to lay on your left side with your hands all the way straight. You're going to have your head onto it, but if you feel like your neck's a little bit achy today, you can place a little towel or pillow underneath. Then we're going to have your legs nice and straight, hips stacked on top of each other, because as females, we do have a little bit of a dip. So if you're not careful, we dip, and can you see all that lower back squishing together? So I want you to push your hip down towards your foot so that your hips are nicely aligned. I want your fingers in front of you for spider fingers. Relax your shoulders, so push your shoulders down towards your hip, and with your toes, push them up towards you. I'm going to get you to take a deep breath in through your nose, and I want you to breathe out, bring your top leg into hip height only. You're going to bring it down, nice and controlled, and again, we're doing about 25 reps here. When you're going up for that leg, I know it's so easy to go too far, but can you tell that squishing of the back here? You're losing all your core, so you've got to keep your hips nicely aligned. We're going up, nice and controlled, and back down. This is doing your bum muscles, and it's also teaching you how to use your leg with your core to keep the lever engaged. Because when you're running, if you don't have a core and your pelvis is going up and down, you're going to cause yourself an injury. Could be lower back, could be knees, but everything needs to work together. Now we're taking a deep breath in and breathe out through the mouth. And I don't mind if you go slow, but as long as you're not going too fast, I'm happy. Now, you've only got 10 more to go for that 25, but you're just controlling the motions, making sure you're engaged in your core and that you're not tensing up this neck. Got 5 more, 4, and you should start feeling your muscles. If you can't, it means these exercises are too easy. Remember, these are my beginner exercises. And the last one, you're going to hold it up there, and we're going to have the toes pointing away from you now. So what I want you to do with your leg is to just bring it forward without moving your back, and then bring it backwards. Because when you're running, you'll be using your leg muscles, because your hip's going to go forward and back, and I want that control. Now we've done 25 reps of going up and down. Now we're just adding 10 nice little reps going backwards and forwards, just to engage. Now if you find this is way too hard, you can always bend the bottom leg just to make it so that your muscles are getting stronger and stronger. So you can always straighten it, think, yeah, I've got this. So we've got 2 more. Perfect, last one. Good. And then when you're finished, I want you to just bring your knee up towards your chest and give it a nice little rub. Now we've only done one side, so of course, I want you just to lift up and do the other side for me. Remember, we're doing 25 reps, going up and down with your leg, nice and controlled. And then we're doing 10 reps coming forward, nice and controlled. Now we're going to work on your hamstrings. So we're going to do a shoulder bridge level 1. So we're going to get you laying on your back. Nice and comfortable, no pillow if that's all right. And what I want you to do is, if you were doing your bum muscles, we would have the feet towards the bum. If we're doing the hamstrings, then we'd have the feet a bit further away from the bum. So my feet are a bit further than I would normally have it for the bum. I would like your hands next to your hips, and we're going to do a shoulder bridge level 1. So we're going to bring your tailbone up to the ceiling, pushing your lower back into the bed, coming up nice and controlled, moving your lower back first, then your upper back for a nice straight line. Do make sure, if you are a bit more flexible, like hypermobile, that you're not overextending. It has to be nice and straight, because otherwise you will hurt your back as well. Keeping the knees aligned with the pelvis, you're going to come down, first your upper back, then your lower back, then your pelvis coming down. We're doing 25, nice and controlled, but you should feel your hamstrings working. To modify it, if you think, nah, this is too easy, I want you to bring your toes up towards you and dig your heels in. That will activate your hamstrings even more because you're already contracting them. But do make sure when you're doing this that there's no slippery surfaces, because I don't want you falling. But you're just breathing in, breathing out. You just take your time doing this, nice and controlled. Now, if you find that's even too easy, I'm going to grab a small little chair, a small little surface. So I'm using this today. You can use a gym ball, you can use a chair, little stool, whatever you've got at home. You don't need to buy anything. And I'm digging my heels into it, doing the same motion, but it's going to get me a little bit higher. And I'm continuing on with my 25 reps, nice and controlled. We're just breathing. Do make sure when you're doing this that you find that your muscles are all working in unison. I don't want the whole back going in one. I want it nice and controlled. One vertebra moving at a time. Good. We just need 3 more. So tailbone up, lower back up, and then slowly down. Nice and controlled. We're breathing. Good. Last one. I want you to hold it up there for me, guys. I want you to hold it up. And I want you to try and just lift your left leg and straighten it. As you do this, I don't want anything sagging, and bring it back down. Then I would like your right leg nice and straight. Toes pointed, coming back down. Now, if you struggle, you thought it was slipping, do bring your toes down, but if you can, bring your heels down, toes up at the same time. There you go. Now you have your toes straighten. Bring it back up, coming down, and then the other leg. Because when you're running, your toes are going up and down onto the surface of the ground. Now, if you feel like your hip was going down a bit, you just push it back up, use those arm muscles, and we're just doing 5 on the left, 5 on the right. So we've got just 1 more on that right side. Good. And I want you to slowly, upper back coming down first, then your lower back, then your pelvis, and then just bring your knees to your chest just to counteract all that extension your lower back has done. Make sure you're breathing, nice and controlled. Remember, I want you to do this 3 or 4 times a week just to build up your muscles for running. This was G Physio. I'm Gabby. Please give this video a thumbs up and subscribe to my YouTube channel. Remember, if you're a runner, you need to do strength training just to condition your legs. Have a lovely week, and I'll see you next time.